Hello, I'm Grace from Holy Name of Mary College School. Today we have Andrew from team 52258. Could you talk about your team?
Yeah, so as Grace mentioned, I'm Andrew. I'm a mentor for team 52258, the Ebots Pilons. And so we compete in a robotics competition called the VEX Robotics Competition. It's an international competition with over 20,000 teams worldwide. And every year we go and we compete. So we've been competing for 8 years so far, and we compete out of an organization called Ebots Robotics. So at Ebots we teach kids how to program with summer camps and after-school classes, and then we also run these teams. So we run FLL teams and VEX Robotics teams. So this is our high school robotics team. I competed on it for 4 years throughout my 4 years in high school, and then for the past 2 years while I've been at university, I've been mentoring the team.
Okay, could you talk about the advantage that your team has?
So our team, we really strive to, so a lot of robotics team will have 2 or 3 people on them, a lot of VEX teams. Our team, we generally hover around 9 to 11 people, and we do this because, well, A, we want to get more people into robotics, more people interested in STEM, which is the main reason we do this. But then also because it really helps having multiple people on a team. You get more ideas, and it's more than just building and programming robots. So we do online challenges, game animation. We made this entire viewer you see to show our robot to people, even if the robot isn't there. There's a whole lot of strategy which goes into it. So we really try and have a nice diverse team with a whole lot of people because it really helps us.
Okay, thank you. So could you also talk about how do you divide the job in your team, and what kind of people do what kind of job, and how do those kind of people use their advantage apply in the robot?
So on our team, we generally have our senior members, so our grade 12 members, take more of a teaching position on the team. So usually it's going to be a grade 10 or 11 who holds a primary role. So we usually have a lead builder, lead programmer, and lead strategist. So each of those members is probably going to be a grade 10 or 11 member, with the grade 12 member who did the role last year teaching them. And then any new member on the team, either whether a grade 9, 10, or whatever grade they are, any new member, their first year we usually take it as a learning year. They don't have to choose a role. They don't have to have something they do. Of course, we encourage them to contribute as much as possible. They do what they do. They're new. They're learning. That's the primary goal in their first year. And then after their first year, they can step up and take one of those lead roles and actually put more work into the team. Generally, within a week, our team easily meets in busy seasons well over like 4 to 8 hours a day, like after school and then on weekends all day, every day, just because we all love it. That's why we do it.
Thank you. Could you also talk about your future plan for your team?
Yeah, so our team, we plan to keep it alive as long as possible. Of course, we want this to keep going. Each year it's a new game, so we've already started planning for next year's game, so we're going to see how that is. We usually try, the reason we have grade 12 members take a not primary role and more of a leadership role on the team, just so they can teach people, is so when people graduate, the team continues. Because a lot of VEX teams will go for 4 years, as they have just one group of high school kids go through high school. And then a lot of times they'll just die off because people graduate, new people haven't learned, haven't stepped up to take those roles. So that's something we really try and avoid with the team. That's why we've managed to be around for 8 years.
So could you also talk about the people or the companies that are supporting your team?
So our team is sponsored by primarily Ebots Robotics, which is where we work out of, where we all base out of. They give us a place to work and some funding for parts. And they put, like our coach, John Couchcala, puts countless hours into working with the team just throughout the year, just to help us, to mentor us, to teach us. We're also sponsored by Cotton Candy, who made some jackets for us. And that's primarily it. VEX, compared to FRC, is significantly cheaper, which is why we do it as opposed to FRC. It's more sustainable. We can actually do it from year to year. FRC tournament registration can be $5,000 per competition, just to register for a competition. VEX, we can do a whole season on that, just because we can reuse parts from year to year, and yeah. So those are our primary sponsors, and yeah.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you for coming today. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I'm Grace.
And I'm Andrew, and you're watching TStv.